Hello.
What's going on,
Here
guys?
with Jason, and we're on his profile as well. So feel free to hop on his profile to see it from a cooler angle.
Yeah, this is a pretty sexy angle, I won't lie. Let me play with its brightness, guys, because unfortunately I own an iPhone and it dies within 30 seconds of not being on a charger.
Cool. So what are we talking about today, Mr. Jason?
We're talking about focus and I guess focus and productivity hacks, really, because when you focus, your productivity goes up.
It does, because you get a lot more complete in a shorter period of time, and everything's a lot more happier and a lot more easier and as well in your life. So how do you define that? Focus, primarily.
How do you define focus?
Yeah.
Focus, to me, is being able to stay on task 100%, doing what it is that you need to do that makes you money. Otherwise, or it makes you results. I think that's what focus is doing what you need to do consistently to get you results or your clients.
And it kind of helps out if you have a clear plan of that as well, because a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of people in our industry sort of chase the next opportunity or the next hack or the next project rather than putting their head down and then going, okay, I will put 12 months into this one thing and just going all in on that rather than, trying to learn everything and, trying to wear all of the hats all at once.
And what did you just talk about there? It's called the shiny something?
The shiny syndrome, or like
shiny something syndrome.
Shiny ball syndrome, yeah, like where people chase opportunities that just appear as opposed to just what will actually get them the tangible outcome. And is business hard? Legit. Is it like when you
don't ask me that question? I used to dig in trenches. Fucking 12 hours a day, man.
Okay.
This is easy when you're not digging trenches.
It's easy because generally all you have a product and you deliver it to the customer. But somewhere along the line, people overcomplicate it. They get caught up in these
100%.
shiny things. They try to learn the next hack or the next hack or like the next shortcut rather than focusing down on what actually gets the impact. So I would tell everyone, just choose your craft, choose your platform, and just go all in on that. So if you're on, social media, just go all in on that and ignore email. Don't ignore it, but don't get caught up in trying to learn it all before you actually execute. Because you've got to.
That is so true. How many people will sit there and go, I got to learn this, I got to learn that, I got to learn that, I got to learn that,
and split up their focus.
Yeah, and all of a sudden you're going, but dude, you still haven't even done the thing that you're learning it for. Like, just my actual philosophy on business at the moment has been execute and optimize. You know what I mean? Just get shit done and then just optimize along the way.
Figure it out as you go, yeah.
Figure that shit out.
That's it.
You're never going to you're not going to get any results. You're going to go nowhere if you're too busy being that person who tries to consume all the information in the world and you master everything.
Yeah.
And so just spreading your focus. So I think number one would be...
What gets you focused?
What gets me focused?
Comes that early Monday morning.
Oh, yeah.
6 a.m, new week.
That would be the number one thing, wouldn't it? What is it that gets you
focused? What
gets
you focused?
If it was me, honestly, it has to be I'm like sliding myself out of this video here. Let's angle.
You're here.
Oh, let's re-angle. There we go. That's perfect. Who's giving us love? That's Spence.
I love it. Please leave a question or comment.
Yeah, guys, get some questions ready.
And we might answer them.
Possibly, if you're lucky.
For sure. So,
what is it? So Monday morning comes, what gets me focused? I mean, first of all, why Monday? Because what's the difference between Monday and Friday these days?
Or Saturday, Sunday, and that, yeah.
They're all Mondays, aren't they? But what gets me focused, I think, is every time coming back to what it is that I want in 15 to 20 years' time. Every time.
So that long-term goal keeps you focused. 100%,
man. If I look at, like that Lamborghini Huracan, if I look at those houses and those yachts and I look at all these things and I look at the amount of lives that I could change, that's what gets me focused, because I go, I then take it back. What do I need to do to achieve that? And I go, this is what I need to do.
Awesome, man.
Back into it.
So what happens if you're not feeling it that day? Like what happens if you're a little bit sluggish, To
be honest, I'm the worst person to ask, because I'll back off the fucking pedal.
Yeah.
And I'll then go find what it is that makes me happy.
So you go find something that you enjoy to help you feel alive again, and then you hop into your work again.
100%. And I think that is one of the biggest efficiency hacks, is just doing shit that makes you happy. Because if you spend your time all the time doing shit that makes you unhappy, eventually you get stressed.
Correct.
And stress is actual scientifically proven to reduce efficiency.
Definitely.
So why be stressed? It's a choice.
For me, I'm going to say headphones. As weird as that sounds, noise cancelling headphones are the best investment.
Yours are Beats by Dre.
Yeah. Mine are. I'm just going to plug my headphones in case they want to take me some free headphones, by all means. But yeah, like just something that will lock you out from the outside world. If it be a dark room that I also use to like work in as well. Just anything that just ensures that the only thing that I see is this computer screen here, right? That's the only thing that I would like to see is just that. So headphones help out a lot for me. I usually 8 to 9 hours per day I have on my headphones and I'm just locked in getting it completely done.
And do you know what? A really good thing to come back from that is that everyone is so completely different when it comes to that.
Definitely.
Because for me, I need a bright space. I need movement. I need life to be like, okay, it doesn't give me 100% focus, but it makes me happy and I'm more efficient when I'm happy.
That's good.
So then, like, what makes, and this is something to take back for everyone, what makes him focus, what makes me focus might not make you focus.
Yeah, indeed.
So don't do what we do.
Try it out and see what happens to work. I mean, I come from a coding background, so all of us HTML coders love the like pitch black rooms.
And I have seen Silicon Valley, the show, and he does it all the time.
It's just headphones, right?
His headphones every time in the space.
Best I've ever made are in headphones, and I actually use a site called Brain.fm. That's Brain.fm, and that is
you spoke about that before.
I did, and it plays brain music. I guess it kind of helps
which gets you in the
focus
zone.
down. Yeah, so that kind of helps out me as well, and just turning off my emails and turning off my notification and taking off my watch as well. Things that distract me are just
that's a huge one. What was it? I think the average human. I can't remember. Don't quote me on this. The average human takes. What, is it 11 minutes or something to get fully in focus, but we're distracted every 23 seconds or some bullshit?
Something like that, yeah.
It's some bullshit. So distractions are massive.
And it's getting worse.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Like, we're probably distracting you right now. Like, there was probably something you were doing 4.5 minutes ago that now you've these cool guys are on here, and we've probably helped to distract you. Hopefully in a positive way, but look how easy it is. Like, you're flicking through your feed, Instagram, Snapchat, and there's always something craving your attention. So I would suggest, people try to put their phones on flight mode. Like, I don't have my phone on loud.
Do you know what that's called? Have you ever heard of the 90-minute jam session?
Jam session?
Yeah. Darren Hardy talks about it in Productivity Super Trippers. He talks about having a 90-minute jam session where it's just like, if you were to run a marathon, if you were to do a sprint, you have to train yourself to do that.
Yeah.
And actually the 90-minute jam session of completely like focusing in, removing every single distraction and doing the same thing for 90 minutes at a time.
That's intense. I like it.
Yeah, but he says it's like a workout for that focus muscle.
I like that. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
I think I do it unconsciously anyway, but like being able to put it into a name really helps out. So for me it's like headphones, it's just clearing any distractions, closing my emails, turning off the internet, turning off the phone if you can survive for that as well. Do you have a question?
We got a question from Spence. So what's your why? I guess this can apply to both of us, yeah.
What's your why? Okay.
Yeah,
what is your top reason why?
Top reason why to hustle is because I guess top reason why to work, hustle, focus has to be 100% that if I know that this hustle that I'm going to do, I'm a very, very social person, very outright person. I know that what I'm going to do is once I achieve the success that I want to achieve, Spence, I'm going to take that and take those mindsets, those beliefs, all these things I've learned, all those connections that I've built, and I'm going to take them and release them on a global level, but to people that were underprivileged in an environment that they know that, like, not that they know, in an environment that kind of reduces the possibility to expand as a person. So I want to bring all of what I've learned to younger generations to create more of the Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, because I strongly believe there's a lot of them out there, but they've not been given the environment to grow. Do you know what I mean?
I agree completely.
So genuinely, Spence, that's what it goes back to me. is I want to be able to, like, it's always been my goal, man. I've always wanted to change the world, but I don't want to be one of those people that preaches success that's never been successful. So my first goal was build a 6-figure business. Next goal was a 6-figure business, and then go global with how I did it.
Wow, intense.
Your turn.
My turn. Well, mine's a bit more simply in a approach. I express myself and use companies and projects as that platform. So I've had a clothing company. I've worked on online shows. I've done projects in over 80 different industries, and it's always it's honestly always about creating products that then become the ultimate ambition of the marketplace. So take your dream car, right? That is your ambition. You know, probably have a poster of that somewhere, you know, like you probably know everything about it. And for me, all of my companies, my clients, everything has always been about creating high quality products that people actually would like to have as a goal one day, you know. So that comes through a sort of creative freedom process and just enjoying the work. Like I just love to be active and love to problem solve and love to just express myself creatively. So I use the platform of companies and projects as that, you know, and if that earns cash, that's great. If it helps out people as well, that is fantastic. But ultimately for me, it's about creative, sharing, trying to share my ideas for different industries and different cultures through the companies I create and that I bring to life. So
yeah,
that's my way. Although,
good question as well.
Yeah, thank you, Spencer. For every company I've ever had, I always give back to charity.
Yes.
I don't promote it actively because I'm like, that's a bit cheesy, but for every course I sell, for every client we obtain, we always give back to a charity. The last two charities have been the RSPCA and the Guardian Angels Foundation that also helps out cats and dogs as well. Yeah, I like animals. I don't know why.
Animals. My little sister's just joined the chat as well, but and she's a massive.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
We started an e-com store just for her to give back to charity. Hey?
So good. I mean, I think if you have the ability to give back, you should. So I always create my company, like even from the ground level, I always create a company and create the profit so that we have the capability to give back from day one.
Yeah, so it's always in the foundations of your business. It is. The way that you structure it, you're always going to be able to give back to.
Always, because Tony Robbins.
That's a good question. How do you do that?
You just well.
Do you say how much you want to give and then put that amount aside?
Every sale, every client, yeah. That's it. I heard a quote from Tony Robbins in 2009 when I was at his course, and he said, if you don't give back when you're earning your current amount, then you're not going to give back when you're finally going to hit it, right? So why not create that habit now? Because people hold out until they have 6 figures, 7 figures, and until they give back to charities. But if they're not doing it now, they'll do it later, right? So
100%. It's all about building those habits and creating those habitual things.
That's it. And
it goes back, actually. There was a question here from, I think that's your man, isn't it?
Morning rituals. D'Artagnan the King. He's a very
It just
cool guy.
put me on to that, actually.
Okay. Off of the charity talk.
Straight into the morning rituals.
Morning rituals. Go for it.
Dude, it 100% has to be a cup of coffee. I don't know why.
Product
Wake up and grind.
Yeah.
It's the entrepreneur's coffee. It's the coffee only, how many coffees out there are just made for entrepreneurs?
That's it. I wish we had a bag here. Well, actually,
just be like, wake up and grind.
Where can they learn more about your coffee brand?
www.hustlemode.store, and that's STORE. Can you say it for the Australians? Store,
hustlemode.store.
Yeah, I can't say it. Everyone as he hears me, they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "No, it's just .store."
Check it out. Very cool brand that I will be doing a product review of in a few months. So
getting a little bit of love from Hustle Mode's Wake Up and Grind.
So you have a cup of coffee
every morning, man. I wake up, and even if my CFO watches this, Derek, one of the best guys in the entire world, he knows every morning. He's like, he wakes up, he rings me up. It's probably around 10:20 in the morning. He'll be like, "Hey, Jace, bet you're grabbing a coffee. And I'm like, man, how do you know? It's like, you've got this shit on tap. Like,
That's good.
you'll be up, you'll do a couple of things, probably have a chat with the family now that I'm there. But genuinely, there's a cup of coffee, and I sit down, and I'll probably just read through my emails, read through my Facebook.
You hit your emails first?
Yes, because I'm an email marketer.
Oh yeah, true. Okay, fair enough.
That's my thing, man.
That makes sense then. Okay, cool.
Yeah, emails, man. What about you? What gets your morning started in the best possible way?
Headphones. Literally roll out of bed, throw on those headphones, and then I go into my journaling. I then read a book. Not a whole book. I read a chapter or two.
You'd be like fucking ET, won't you?
So I get up, headphones on, because I love music. I've been playing drums. I played in so many bands. I just love music. So headphones on. I journal. Takes about 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Then I read for half an hour, and then from that I begin looking at my day. So I don't even look at what to do until like an hour or two into it. And then my first few tasks are really just what actually is going to push today forward. Now, some people exercise in the morning. I exercise at night. I find if I exercise in the morning, it kind of drains me a little bit for the whole morning. But
depends how hard you work out, but I agree with you.
Yeah, I like to leave it all at the gym, so hence why I push it back as late as I can.
Yeah,
so
100%.
Yeah, those are my morning rituals.
Did they expect a Tony Robbins answer there? Like, I wake up in the morning and I jump in a nice cold bath.
I would.
And then I meditate.
If I had the time, but again, it's kind of like making the time as well. So for me, it's music, journaling, read a book, look at my day, and then I'll have a coffee after that. So
And what coffee will you have?
that's it. That's it.
Joking.
Cool. So
Is there any more questions as well that anybody can think of? Like, throw a question in. We're going to get around to them. We'll answer them as much as we can.
For sure.
What's the next thing? I want to talk about multitasking. Now, can someone give me some love if they multitask? Like, hit the heart button. If you multitask, hit the heart button. And you got multitasking. Yeah.
howling your street.
Bang, bang.
So in case people on this profile can't see, we actually have 2 screens here. So if
That's some Inception shit.
that is, so we're on 2 different camera angles, which I think is pretty cool. I don't think people
Yeah, I
just
can't
do
lie.
it.
It's underutilized. Alright, so this is saying that multitasking makes you dumber than being stoned. So every time you're multitasking,
Let's go.
you literally drop your... I'm going to distract it. See, that's the distraction focus.
I have a phone call coming in and I'm like, do I answer it? Probably not. Let's
So yeah, they're saying that actually being, like, genuinely, if you're multitasking, it makes you dumber than being stoned. Like, you could smoke weed and be more, like, your IQ would be higher.
Look at Paul. I know you're not live. What do you mean, Paul? Of course I'm live. Anyway, that's hilarious.
Like, yeah, so, mate, like, what do you think? Do you multitask?
No, I don't. I have a lot of things open, but if I am doing a task, I will complete it until it's done. I used to be a big multitasker, and I would confuse activity with progression, where I would spend the whole day just flowily. Just being hectic all day, and then comes 8, 9, 10 p.m. and I'm done. I'm like, oh, I didn't even hit my list. Like I was just putting out client files, or I was just answering emails. I wasn't.
And you probably did all of that, like 60% of the actual, quality that you could put it out. Because I find every time I start jumping around shit, like
it just drops.
man.
It just drops, or you're just so caught up in it that you make mistakes, and that's happened to me so many times.
Yeah.
And I think a tip to get out of that is there's a few tips. The first is to ensure you don't do it, but if you can't control yourself to not do it, look at hiring a team. Like
100%.
When you hire a team, ideally you're not doing the annoying tasks anymore that you would be doing if you were multitasking, right?
Yeah.
Multitasking is an indicator that you are either doing too much or that you're playing too many roles. Really, because like you're trying to do like your emails and your accounting and your advertising, your like email marketing.
Yeah.
No, one thing per day. Grow your company, or put out content or do anything else except for everything.
Yeah. So let's take a little whiteboard. Let's do some shit on a whiteboard just because whiteboards are fun. Alright, what are we going to talk about? Oh no, I lost the bloody thing, man.
Here.
I didn't lose it. You freaking. You get a crack.
Okay, here we go. Question. My main man. How do you pause and celebrate your wins before moving on to the next goal?
It depends how fucking small your goals are, doesn't it?
That's an interesting point. Like, at what point do you celebrate your wins?
Personally, I don't know, because I always feel like every time I win, it doesn't feel like a big enough win. But I mean, I don't know. I guess the most I do is I go out and have a drink with someone. I don't know. I don't often celebrate a win because I don't consider them big enough yet.
That's a good point.
Like when do you consider a win?
I don't even recall the last time I was out celebrating. Oh, okay.
Get yourself in the room.
Hang on, just changing camera angles. There we go. I don't recall the last time I actually celebrated a win, and I think because I don't want to get into the habit of, of only enjoying the win. Like, I want to enjoy the work and the process. The win's nice, but I'm really in it for the work above anything else. And I think when you approach it from that, you don't have to, pause and celebrate the wins. Although there's...
Do you know what would be a good point though?
Mm-hmm.
Not celebrating the win for yourself, but celebrating the win for the team.
I would say for the client. Well, the team's like...
I think Richard Brown's going to be like, are you serious right now?
Well, he's not in here, so... I mean, I think it is for the team as well. And actually, true point, last week I filmed a personal clip to all of my team members. It took about half an hour. I filmed it for 6 of my team members, and they loved it. And that was just me saying, cheers for the help. We've, had a really good last 3 months. And that felt good. So I think every time I do win, reward your team. Yeah, like reward your team first, and I totally agree as well.
Why? Because the moment you look after your team, man, they're gonna look after you.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
And actually, that's something my CFO told me. That's something Derek told me. Is he said that he sets incremental goals, but every time that these targets get hit, he rewards his team with something that they'd asked for. So he says to everyone, he goes, look, what is it? He goes, what is it that you want? I want you to go down and I'm going to give you this amount. So he goes in the back and he goes, how much can I give these people? So I'm going to give you this amount. I want you to go 1, 2, 3. I want you to write down what would be, your top priority. What would be number 1? What is it that you want? All right, if you couldn't get that, what is it then?
If
it isn't that, what is it then? If we hit, this target, that's a bullseye. If nobody can see that, it's a bullseye. Terrible. Looks like a shit move.
Wait.
So, if you can hit that target, right, I'm going to give you any of these. And I think that there is a phenomenal thing to do for people, because that is what gets it. I don't know what the fuck that is. That is what gets them going, you know what I mean? You have to reward your team. You have to reward your people. Every time, man. And people don't do that enough. People don't do it enough. I don't think they reward teams enough. They don't,
man, no way. And just paying them isn't necessarily enough. I mean,
because some people have different values.
Indeed, it is. So some people might, want something a little bit more personal as well. And for my own team, just me filming that clip, it was about a 4 to 5 minute clip of just saying cheers for your help, and I really, really appreciate it. They loved it. I was shocked because they aren't used to it, I guess, and gratitude is a really amazing thing when it comes from a core part, like a really good, honest place. So, yeah. We got a question from Grace. Is his beard real? I can confirm it is not real. No, it is real. It's just it just comes off. Oh god. Yes, it is real. So now, we had some more points that you just erased. That's fine.
It was very simple points. The next one was efficiency hacks.
Efficiency hacks.
What is your efficiency hacks?
Something I love. Okay, do you want to go first?
Sorry,
that's all right.
I just felt swagger.
You go first.
So my top efficiency hack. And I forgot it. You go first.
Okay. So efficiency hacks is using every minute.
Yes.
Example, I'm driving home, probably here tonight, 11 p.m. I am going to be cold calling overseas because they're up and awake. London's up at like 11,
You're a
10
fucking
p.m.
savage.
Because I'm like, it's a good 45-minute drive home. Like, I can either answer emails, I can produce content, I can respond or like do calls, whatever I can do while I'm driving or like while I'm eating or while I'm in the shower.
Did you just say you could respond to emails whilst you were driving on
using
Facebook Live?
the voice command, obviously, and the hands-free.
Yeah, like something like Siri.
Like hands-free, just, using the headset.
Yeah, I get it, that's cool.
So, utilizing every minute and trying to compact these client meetings in so they go for like 4 minutes, 8 minutes, like exact timing. Just hack your calendar to squeeze as much as you can out of it, and just trying to use any free time you have to optimize and to push yourself forward. So hack your calendar. Every minute should be used. If it's not, then you're losing time and you're losing progress. Even if the cold calls do not work, just practicing.
It's that law of average. If they don't work, you know that every time you're missing out on that one that didn't work, you're getting closer to the one that's gonna work.
It is like, and
you're just knocking them off your list. You're like, there's a no gone.
That's it.
There's no gone.
And it's like I'm driving home anyway, and I have that 45 minutes. So why not just do it?
Yeah, use that. I'm the same. I won't lie. I don't even mean to, but 90% of the time I'm on a call. I'm with the team. I'm answering something from a client. 100%.
Hang on, we just have a question. How do you still ensure good client contact in a 4-minute period? Great question. So I think the question was about, so in a short client meeting, how do you ensure good contact? You pre-frame it for the client. You go, look, client face, I know you're really, really busy. Let's catch up, talk the outcomes, and just go. And all of my client calls are like half a minute.
Let's be honest, nobody really wants to talk to you for that long. That's not let's be
Jamie
honest,
again.
Yeah.
Oh, what has he got this time? Yeah.
People are busy. I can never understand him anyway.
People are busy, and if you can just it's almost on twofold. People are really busy, but they don't want to come across rude. So if you can be the one who leads the meeting and goes, this is a quick half-minute call, or
I love that psychology trick right there, though.
Yeah.
Leading the meeting,
like leading it and going
the authority.
Yeah, and like going here are the 3 points. Question 1, boom, answer. Question 2, answer. And just get it done. Like,
you've got a sassy audience.
I have a hot audience. Thank you, audience. I have a question from Prague as well, actually. So I hope that answered your question, Grace. So in short, just pre-frame it and have the key points outlined and treat them as a client more than a friend, because a friend will just drag on and on. Look, just have them come in, use them, or achieve the outcome, and then set them free, right? There's no need to a whole afternoon in some long drawn out client meeting. Do you want to answer that as well? Sorry.
So which one?
How do you? Actually, you want to answer this one. That multitasking, you said never multitask driving and what?
I think she was just giving you sass.
That's probably what this was.
She was giving you sass. 100%.
Probably was.
100% just sass.
I love to multitask. Actually, that's actually important. So,
there's an answer to that, isn't it?
Multitasking, I think, when you're doing work. So, like, example would be trying to answer emails and trying to do a client project is a no-go. But multitasking and then optimizing your time. So, if you're at the gym, do client calls. If you're in the car.
Actually, do you know what? Mm-hmm. I think the answer to that question is the fact that you're on autopilot 90% of the time when you're driving, so you can actually do something else.
Do things,
it's second nature to you now.
It is, yeah, it is.
It doesn't require, you're probably like 10% focused into it. You'd eventually, a little bit more, you'd hope so. But like, what do you even need to, I couldn't work outside a window.
That's so good.
It's so distracting. But yeah, I think it's genuinely just because he's not doing like an email, text message and driving. He's doing like, he may be on a phone call with it in his ears whilst he's driving on autopilot, just doing what he needs to do because his brain...
You know what I also do? I read in the shower. Legit. People do not believe me until they see me in the shower.
I hope you've got that paper that's actually waterproof.
Audiobooks.
Yeah, about the
With little Yeah, so read in the shower, take client calls on the train, do client calls as you drive home at night onto the other side of the world, plan your content, talk to your team, optimize and hack your calendar.
I couldn't read in the shower. I'd be too busy singing.
Yeah, here we go.
True story.
Being on the phone, you know what? That is so true. He what? Drinks, he drives drunk and client calls. I do not.
So you got a sassy asshole.
What's your self-care for you? Self-care. So what do you do for your personal care time?
Do you mean like shower?
Like your sort of quiet, chill out.
Oh, to take out a pee.
Yeah.
You know what? I actually, what do I do? You know, I do go back. I play guitar.
Good work.
I play guitar because I know that I'm going to be creative. It's something that I enjoy doing in my downtime. Or, people aren't going to like this, I play video games. But I do. Like, do you know that video games actually help focus? But that goes back to my answer to how I stay. Like, what is my efficiency hack? And it is just, again, I've already answered it like this, it's just being happy.
Whoa.
And,
there we go.
Okay, yeah. So you don't burn out. What do you do? Genuinely, literally, or at mine, I'm a very left field entrepreneur.
Left field?
Be honest. Like, I'm not your typical entrepreneur who like grinds 92 hours a fucking day.
A day.
If there was 92 hours in a day, you'd grind it. Come on, let's be honest.
I would be so keen for that.
You would grind it.
That's it.
Yeah, she's kind of cute. Gives a little. I mean, what?
So, in case you can't see, we actually have a glass out to Peel Street. Actually, if anyone comes to Peel Street, we will give them a free t-shirt.
Yeah, it'll probably be the one off my back because I don't have one, but...
Come to Peel Street, say hello, and you can be on the show.
How good would this be as a show, though?
It would be good.
Damn, I should.
So, for my own...
The JJ show.
For my own time... For my own self-enjoyment time, I gym or read. That's because I love pushing forward in sort of any form I can. So if I'm having too much downtime, I kind of get a little bit upset and a little bit gloomy. So for me, it's always about pushing forward. If it's not in health, then it's trying to read something. It's being creative.
Always progressing.
Always progressing, and that's my sort of theme constantly. It's just progress. So
do you know what? You can tell we have massive different audience types because we started off on similar amounts and mine dropped off huge.
You need to talk to your audience, man.
That's because
Darcy's on his way. Oh my god.
Do you know when you typed that? Like, we saw a blue thing that said "on my way." I was going to say, guaranteed it's your man.
We need to end the show before he gets here. That's hilarious.
So yeah,
how many hours do you sleep?
Oh,
Question Grace.
Me personally, probably.
How many hours did you sleep? You slept
5 to 6.
Last night? It's good. I sleep about the same, 5 to 6. People think I sleep like 2 hours a night. I used to.
I got to a point where I sleep in 2-3 hours a night. It made me really sick.
Last weekend, I had a work bender. It was amazing. I was working for 23 hours, literally in here. Got in here at 8:30, left at 7:30 the next day. I was like, oh. Yeah. Sunday, what?
Like a vampire. Looked at Sunday,
absolute. And I loved it. And I was in such a flow state. Like, it was so quiet here. I was doing sales calls, client meetings. It was amazing. So, I think people oversleep. And they get more tired. They're like, I need more sleep. And depending on your health.
I think it's totally dependent on you.
On me personally.
You personally, yeah. Like, you're completely. Responsible for everybody's sleep.
I am.
No, but I think it's really personal on you because not everyone's the same. Not everyone can operate with or without sleep. Some people are lucky. I mean, you can train yourself to, but I strongly do believe it's about you because some people can get headaches. I mean, like if you're lacking sleep, you could be really, really shit productively. Do you know what I mean?
I agree. Now, for my client projects, they usually require creative problem solving, which means I need more sleep, or they're very much tasks I can give to my team, and they're very much automated tasks. So
you could easily manage your business on 2 hours sleep if every task was handled by somebody else.
100%. But if it's like creative tasks, I need to be able to like problem solve correctly. So it does depend what we're currently working on. Now, optimization and efficiency. What are your top 3 tips?
For optimization and efficiency?
Well,
optimizing efficiency.
There we go.
Optimizing efficiency. I would say every single time, and this is probably going to steal a little bit of fire from you, is fucking track. Track everything, because how the fuck do you optimize something you don't know where you're at? So grab a journal, whatever, just write down how many hours you've done something, grab a fucking stopwatch if you need to.
I'm gonna suggest something even cooler.
You suggest it.
Rescue time. Have you not heard of this?
Nope.
Let's go. So what it does is it allows you to track what apps or programs you're using per day.
Yep.
And if you're on a certain URL for more than 2 hours, it will tell you. It will say, Jamie, you've spent too much time on Facebook. Time to refocus.
Yeah.
So that one, I'll actually leave a link for that in the chat box.
That's a pretty good idea.
It's a phenomenal one. It's called Rescue Time. I would suggest everyone try it, and that tells you like what you're actually spending your time on, as opposed to what you think you're spending your time on. And the first time I did it, I was like, I am wasting my life. So
I'm not best friends with Grace. Me and Grace are best friends now. Hey, Grace, add me on Facey.
Facey? Oh,
yeah,
Facey.
Facebook. It's the best word. How do you know? I can't not say Facebook anymore. It's Facey every time.
Facebook.
Facey.
Tip 2.
Tip 2. So we got tracking. Oh wait, because that kind of like we went into one there. You have your second. Come on, and then we'll conjoin.
Efficiency. I think just having a really good plan and just knowing what it is that you have to do, and it's not usually the thing that you like to do. If we're really honest, it's usually the thing that you know you should do that you do not want to do that you should do.
Should we stir up the American audience?
Okay.
Because that's Donald Trump saying.
Is it?
Yeah, Donald Trump said, and Dan Hardy again quoted this. So Donald Trump says, he goes, this was actually, finally, he goes, I interviewed Donald Trump, several times. He goes, and I finally got him to say something smart. That was his words. He says, I finally got him to say something smart. He says, when you're faced with something you have to do, and there's two of those things, there's one that you don't want to do, there's one that you want to do. He says every single time you've got to do the one that you don't want to do, because that's usually the one that you have to do.
Agree. And have you read, haven't read The War of Art yet. Everyone read The War of Art. There's a chapter that talks about pretty much the thing you are avoiding to do is an indicator that thing, once you complete it, will push you forward a lot more. So I would say, have a clear plan your 3 outcomes per day, aim to get those complete first in the first 2 or 3 hours, and get out of bed early. Like get out of bed at 4 a.m. because your phone's not ringing, there's no email coming through, so you have all those 3-4 hours.
Does that go back to why you start around 11 o'clock?
I love starting around 11 o'clock. So
you could probably do like a Facebook Live on this for like 3 days.
I begin, not always, but if I'm really doing a large project, I tend to begin my mornings at 11 p.m. the night before, because I have those 8, 9, 10 hours where no one's contacting me, no one's emailing me, so I have all that undivided attention to just get it done, right? So have a good plan and just do the thing that you're avoiding, really, because that's usually the key indicator. And honestly,
do what you're avoiding is so fucking important. It is it's massive. You don't realize how big of a massive psychology switch that is.
Yeah.
That if you apply that principle just there, that you will increase your efficiency, or it's about getting the shit done that matters.
Yeah, that's it. And and that is usually the thing that
that you don't want to do. Yeah, not
and
to do what matters.
When you complete that, you're like, oh, it wasn't even that hard. Like literally every time I put off a task for like 2 or 3 days and then I've gone through it, I was like, oh, that was easy. And it always
a big shout out to iPhone right now, because it's lasted more than 30 minutes.
That's so good.
Like it's done really well. I'm actually really impressed with it. I give this phone so much shit because it dies on my ass all the time.
That's why you need to grab a Samsung.
Yeah. And we've got a third one. Like you didn't really drop a third one.
I didn't. That was like a 2.5.
It was like, a little bit of a 2.5. I reckon. I don't know. I think it's setting big goals then.
things that
setting the big goals,
to-
maybe 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the track that you can break down.
into
it's
action.
yeah, it's almost what you were saying, but like it's an extension onto yours. So you went 0.5, I just went 0.5 more, but it's an extension to what you were saying because. How the fuck do you set these small daily goals if you don't know where you want to be in 5 to 10 years?
Got it. Understood. Yeah. That's it.
And it's about your vision, knowing where you want to be in life, and then managing to systematically break that down to then move forward in the right direction. And it's like a plan. What do they say with a plan? If the plan is more than 1% off, you get thousands of kilometers off track in the middle of the fucking Indian Ocean, say you're like Bali. But if you manage to set a plan and have a GPS, knowing where you're going, you're more than likely going to hit your track. And then when you're tracking those things, you're going to understand that it's like the plane being on a GPS or whatever, you know, because you can look back at what you're tracking. Exactly. And you look back at what you're doing, you go, okay, cool, so am I doing what I've said that I'm going to do? No, okay, recalibrate, and now you're back on track to going where you want to be.
So.
That was a fucking long drawn out. So if Leslie ever watches this, she probably won't go this far, but that's a Leslie thing. Leslie would go on for fucking days about the same answer.
So pretty much everything is important and it always matters. Treat your time like your precious resource constantly and utilize every minute and just do not do dumb shit. Like, do not do the things that you know you shouldn't be doing.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. And then that brings it back to outsourcing. And if you guys actually have any problems outsourcing, you should probably... Like, how the fuck would that... We got a video on it, bro. We spent like fucking 17 hours doing it. Yeah, but honestly, guys, I think Jay's going to drop a link. We did a full video on outsourcing and like how you can find really, really top class outsources, where to go, what to do, how to screen them, how to find them. And that's a huge thing, is not doing the shit that doesn't make you fucking money. You need to figure out what is it that makes your business make money, and then you need to do that and only that.
Agreed.
Because if you're not doing that, you're not making money. If you're not making money, you're not running a business. And if you're not fucking making money, you're not running a business, what the fuck are you doing? You're wasting your time.
You have a hobby if you're not running
you have a hobby.
You have a hobby.
You're not making profit, you have a hobby.
So I'm going to share a link.
Hello, Latina's on. Hey, Angie.
I'm going to share a link to...
That's supposed to join me
the blog he was just talking about. So what's it? How?
So it was talking about outsourcing and how to find top class
team members on that.
Team members, yeah. And top class team.
Oh, I was like, that's me commenting. So yeah, that's focus really. How do you want to end this?
Shirts off.
Abruptly, just like
bam. Oh,
can we do like a phone drop and just...
How good would that be if we could end the call at the same... Like, but it's not going to end.
It won't.
Just be us going, so look, phone drop.
In short, just plan your days. Find out what works for you. For me, it's like headphones and turning off the phone and just turning off the emails.
Look, she's sassy though.
She is very sassy.
Yeah, I think definitely, man. Like, definitely doing all... I just had something to fucking say. I got distracted by outside again. Couldn't live in a...
glass room. Yeah. Alright. Focus up. Do the thing that you're avoiding to do.
And be happy.
Or just work.
Focus on your happiness.
Yeah.
I think that's huge, man. Like, I changed... Like, if Zen ever watches this, Zen was one of my guys. He was struggling real hard in his life. Things wasn't happening the way he wanted it to happen. He's pushing up even closer.
That's right.
So Zen was struggling real hard in where he was in life, and I said, Zen, just take it back a notch, man. Do what makes you happy, and then you'll find that you'll start to get more done. And believe it or not, like, he took it back. He started doing things that he enjoyed. He started going out a little bit more, living his life. Not too much, still hustling when he needed to hustle. You know what I mean? But just living his life, enjoying himself, and he started to get more done because he was happy when he was in his prime.
That makes sense.
100%. I reckon happiness is one of the keys.
Increase your happiness, increase your focus.
I push happiness. It's been stress is linked to decreasing efficiency.
Agreed. Cool.
I'm not in this video.
Done. I want to see more of her. I don't know what Grace is talking about. Oh!
So chicken is straight. Yo, can you drop that link on mine?
I will. Alright.
I think it's right below you.
It is. No, it's not.
No, it's not. Jeez,
That's our
We love you
rant
guys.
about focus. Thank you for hanging out, and yeah, we'll see you guys next time, I guess.
Yeah, no, it wasn't your internet, Rob. I saw it happen a couple of times, but yeah, thank you so much for tuning in, guys.
Ready?
Yeah, we appreciate